Well, chickens have come home to roost. Years of mismanagement and years of corruption has come to catch up with us, has caught up with us.
When you look at the equitable share and the conditional grant that was mentioned by the MEC in his budget speech, and what was being allocated in terms of the binational, there's a discrepancy between those two amounts. There's a discrepancy between those two amounts. I'm going to put that question to the MEC. The MEC must explain the discrepancy. Why is there discrepancy between what he has tabled in today and what national has allocated to the province?
The manner in which this budget was tabled, we are not happy because of this budget is tabled by someone who is a suspected criminal, suspected by the very same premier who he serves under. The premier of this province says Honorable Tech is a criminal. She went and opened the case. We come to the legislature, we ask that, but how can a criminal now, a suspected criminal, attend to these issues and respond to issues that the society must have trust in? If that person is not trusted by the same premier, then how can we trust him? We need people who are clear. We need people that are cleared. All of us, when we come here, we are sworn in and we are expected to uphold the constitution of this country.
On a national level, the minister has announced a reduction in expenditure. That means less services to the people. He also announced an increase in the VAT. It means less people in the money in the pockets of people. But he also announced an increase in the petrol price levy. That takes away more from the people. Now, in all of this, the people, the poorest people, are the ones that will be affected because they are dependent on services from the state. So the cost of corruption is now hitting the poor the most because there's going to be less services, less money in their pockets.
You see, the MEC still continues by not taking the province into his confidence. We are expecting the MEC to tell us what is the financial position of the province. The MEC didn't do it. And I think it's for a third time that the MEC does not mention what is the financial position of the province. The reason why I'm saying this, when in this financial year alone, when we open our books in this financial year, we had a bank overdraft of over 350 billion. And it is reasonable for the MEC to really have looked into this issue to explain to the public. And then the MEC further mentions the expenditures, irregular expenditure, fruitless and wasteful expenditure, and unauthorized expenditure. MEC says there will be consequences. But it's more than 2 years now and we are still waiting for consequences.
Jack must be specific on issues of skills development in the Northern Cape. That is our responsibility to make sure that we hold him and the premier and the collective EXCO accountable for issues that we see that they are not putting pressure on, especially corruption.
The MEC is not walking the talk. We are here at the Mitas Pere Convention Center where we're paying huge sums of money. It's for the first time in the history of this province where the budget speech was held outside a government building where we're not paying, in a private institution where we're paying quite a lot of money. And I'll be following up with the MEC regarding that.
So we have taken upon ourselves as the DA to enforce consequences. We are going to do it in the coming days to enforce consequences, because you would know, in terms of the PFMA, it is a criminal offense to incur irregular, fruitless, wasteful and unauthorized expenditure. So those accounting officers will have to account, and the CFOs, including the MEC, who is responsible for finance in the province.
The MEC talks a lot about corruption, which is now costing us more and impacting on the poor. But right under his nose is the 246 million rand security tender at the Department of Health. And MEC just, turns a blind eye to that. That indeed is a major issue. Well, chickens have come home to roost.